Play Stray Kids Ghost on a loop for 1 hour. That's where I am right now. There are K-pop songs. When I hear them, I need to play them on a loop for an hour. I need to be in the song. You know what I mean? Like, listening to the song isn't enough. I need to be in the song. Or maybe the song needs to be in me. We're back. Yep, this is a series, episode 3, reacting to K-pop Reddit. Let's go. Also, do you like my hat? I'm wearing more K-pop merch now, you know? I'm doing a series where I highlight K-pop merch, fan-made K-pop merch. So if you make any fan-made K-pop merch and you want to be highlighted in the series, which I'm doing where I'm highlighting K-pop fan-made merch and I'm highlighting K-pop fan, message me on Instagram. I will link it below. Very slay. Ateez. We got Ateez and Stray Kids today. Gra boom ba. We have takes today. Starting off with the first one. K-pop is complete garbage. Now, this isn't from a K-pop subreddit, but I typed in K-pop opinions and this came up. What am I going to say? Well, no. First of all, to completely write off an entire thing and say that every single thing in that thing is bad not bad. Complete garbage is just not true. It's just not true. You can't be like, all Marvel movies are trash. All DC movies are trash. All romance movies are garbage. That is obviously not true. There is at least one movie, one book, one song that's good. Also, too, there's a difference between not liking something and then saying something is bad. There is a difference between that BTS song isn't for me, that Stray Kids song, that AT song, that EXO song isn't for me, right? There's a difference between that and this song is bad. You can not like a song and a song not be for you and it still be a good song. To write off the complete genre of K-pop and genres within K-pop as garbage is just not true. Also, too, K-pop stans already know this, but if you're just getting into K-pop, calling K-pop and including all genres is literally calling all Western music pop. It's like calling country pop. It's like calling rap pop. It's like calling R&B pop. We don't do that. We separate the genres. But since it's like, oh, it's a different language, just put it all in the thing, right? Just put it all in the thing. I'm sure there are, if you're an African artist, you're just Afrobeats. Like, no, that is not the case. Jin, in his most recent comeback, had a country song in that bitch, for real. Can I curse now? Jin had a country song in that bitch. That is not pop. That's country. I don't know if that song, if he was singing in English or Korean, but it's K-country. Or just country. Just calling K-pop, yes, and just like pop in general, like, technically, if we're going by what pop stands for, what's short for popular music, it's any and all genres, right? Which, using it in that specific way, yes, K-pop, Korean popular music, right? And as we know, K-pop takes whatever music is popular, whatever trend is popular, and do it within the K-pop industry, right? But when people say K-pop, they are not talking about that. When people are saying K-pop, most of them don't have that distinction and are just putting all of the genres of music that is happening within K-pop. They're just saying that, it's just K-pop, and they completely write it off. So I don't know who this person is, but your favorite genre of music is in K-pop. There are rappers in the K-pop industry. There is rap music in the K-pop industry. That's actually good. Not a lot, but there are R&B songs. There are ballads. There's country in that bitch. There's EDM. There's so many different genres of music within the K-pop industry because just like pop, it's pop, but with the K in front. So whatever genre of music you like, it's in K-pop. So you're saying that's garbage. And I know you don't agree with that. And I find that people who say that K-pop is trash and garbage are the people that have heard the same 2 BTS songs on the radio over and over and over again, and which those songs are not good, no tea. I made a whole YouTube video talking about Permission to Dance, Butter and Dynamite, which I've learned my beef isn't really with Butter, even though Butter is not really that good of a song, but Megan's verse and that shit is fucking fire. When you listen to the radio, mind you, that's not even K-pop. This is what gets me too. Like, the Western music industry is so, they give such a like thinly veiled, we accept everyone. Like, oh yeah, K-pop acts come over, but if you're getting any radio play, it has to be in English, and you have to completely strip down the group's identity in order to perform here. Dynamite and Butter aren't even K-pop. Those songs are fully in English. Why is it K-pop? Because a Korean person is singing it, or a Korean group is singing it. That is also putting a hindrance on K-pop in general. Because you can't just accept them. You can't just accept Korean acts into the pop scene. You have to put you have to let everybody know, oh, but they're Korean, so it's K-pop. It's not actual pop. It's K-pop because they're Korean. No, it's just pop. You can't just fully accept them. It can't just be, this is an artist. If they make a song fully in English, it's not just that this is a artist and they are in the K-pop industry and they're Korean, but they're making a pop song. Like, why do you have to put that caveat? It's like, well, I mean, because it's already happening in the Western music industry and just in general with like racism and stuff. The only reason why Beyonce was not fully accepted into the CMAs and didn't win any like country awards is because she's black. Mind you, Keith Urban is literally from fucking Australia and they fully accept him. Beyonce is country. This bitch was born and raised in Texas. That is a Texas girl down. She is more country than a good amount of these fucking country artists. No T, Post Malone. Actually T, because he is the perfect example of a fucking culture vulture. I had a Post Malone shirt. Like, Post Malone, I loved his music so fucking much. And then bam, like, once you've sucked up all the black American culture and made your fame from that, then you turn around and say hip hop and rap is trash and XYZ, and now you're a fucking country artist. And you got that fame from black American culture, and then you turn around and after using the black American culture and not getting penalized for it like other black Americans who created that rap and hip hop culture do, you turn around and shit on it, and now you're a fucking country artist. Hello? Hello? What just happened? Meanwhile, Beyonce is literally from Texas and you guys won't accept her, which, fuck y'all. POCs can't just exist and make music. People are like, oh, you always make it about race. Because y'all always make it about race. They can't just be a BTS and they're Jungkook and he's doing a pop song. That song was fully in English with a American feature. Lotto, for real. Same with 3D. All song fully, completely in English with a feature from an American artist. Why do you have to label it as K-pop? Why do you have to keep the ceiling? Oh, but they're Korean. Oh, but he's in a K-pop group, so just throw it in K-pop. No, it's just pop. People who have this opinion have only heard the same 2 BTS songs on a loop and are tired of those BTS songs. And once again, it's not even K-pop, which is where my whole rant just K-pop came from. It's not even K-pop, it's just pop. But you have not actually listened really to any K-pop. You've just listened to those 2 songs. And then the most you know is that like the K-pop industry treats K-pop idols badly. And then you just like shit on it. So no. K-pop is not complete garbage. That is obviously not the case. This person was also probably just rage baiting because there are over 200 comments responding to them. But there's also 1.2k upvotes. So also, this is not an unpopular opinion. Among locals, the locals either don't give a shit about K-pop and know nothing about K-pop, or all they know is BTS and just don't have any interest in listening, or they're like, oh my god, K-pop is so devoid of talent and all the idols are robots and everything gets written for them and it's soulless and it's shit. You heard this fucking Permission to Dance song? That's what all of K-pop sounds like, and it's shit. Get an actual fucking opinion, please. Next, K-pop fans are not as good with idols dating as they think they are. Yeah. I have nothing else to say with that, but yeah, I just wanted to put that in there because some of y'all are like, oh my god, like, I want these K-pop idols to date so bad. Like, I want them to be, or not date so bad, but I want these K-pop idols to be human and like live their best life. And the K-pop industry is so oppressive, and I just want them to be human. And then if it ever, not even if it ever, because it will, but the thought of them like actually dating, you would start crying. You would start crying and you'd freak the fuck out and you'd spiral. So next, sometimes I'm ashamed that I belong to a certain fandom. Talking about Stay specifically. So I went to the Stray Kids ceremony listening party. So much fun. Did a vlog on that. Go watch that. And in the beginning, I was talking about how I felt about Stays, and from that day, I've just really been deciding how I'm going to operate when I post content on the internet. I did a video where I was talking about how my K-pop content is not for, honestly, 90%, I'll be nice, 85% of K-pop stans, because 85% of K-pop stans want the toxic positivity and think that anything other than 100% toxic positivity, like saying you don't like a song or saying you don't like styling choices or just critiquing or saying anything, not even critiquing, but saying anything other than, oh my god, I love this K-pop idol so much, they're so fucking attractive, XYZ, let me go write fan fiction about them, they think it's hate. So K-pop stans already come into and are expecting and want to and thrive in toxic spaces where there is no room for discourse or formulating an opinion that is not 100% toxic positivity. And on top of that, so many people are anti-black. Most people are anti-black, unfortunately. It's in your subconscious, unfortunately. The colonizers fucking shoved that shit right in you. And I talk about racism and anti-blackness and shit like that. And a lot of K-pop stans and just Gen Alpha and younger Gen Z, those are the generations that have adopted the "it's not that deep" line. Especially in America right now with the rise of conservatism, like all of these things combined, when I'm sitting here and calling out the K-pop industry for being ignorant at times and racist at times and over-sexualizing minors at times and infantilization and how these K-pop idols are not even seen as workers, the fuck, and how they're being treated as a product and not as a human. When I'm talking about these things, a lot of K-pop stans don't like that. So I have decided, I've made the executive decision as the CEO of my life to just not give a fuck about what people are saying, because y'all will not try, and I will not have a dumb person try and make me feel dumb by thinking. Because dumb people don't think, right? Stupid and ignorant people don't think. They don't want to think. So how will you, as a stupid and ignorant person, try and make a smart person feel stupid? By shaming them for thinking. That is what a lot of K-pop stans try and do, and people in general do with the "it's not that deep." Y'all will not shame me into being ignorant, especially as a black woman in America. Never in my fucking life. So the K-pop commentary and shit that I talk about is not surface level, and that upsets a lot of people. So I've made the executive decision that I'm just not gonna fucking care. I'm not gonna fuck. Oh my god. I've made the executive decision that I'm just not going to care about what people say, because also people's opinions just don't matter anyway. Bleep by Stray Kids. Go look at the lyrics, bitch. There have been at least 4 times at minimum where stays have made me want to distance myself from Stray Kids. Where stays have literally, like, there was, I think, a month, which is crazy because I listen to Stray Kids every day. I think it was at least 3 weeks or maybe a month where I did not listen to any Stray Kids, for real. And it wasn't because of Stray Kids himself. It was literally because of Stay. There's so many times in any fandom, Stays, ARMY, fucking NCT, literally any fandom where, because the K-pop community is so toxic, that toxicity is just a normalized thing. There have been so many times in any fandoms with all people, not only just me, where you look at the fandom you're a part of and you're like, I feel disgusted. Like, I don't even want to be a part of this fandom where toxicity is normalized, where racism and all this shit is normalized. I don't want to be a part of this. So I am just going to create my content, say what I have to say, and keep it pushing. And I'm going to support the artists that I want to support and just not give a fuck about anybody else's opinions, because it will literally be K-pop fans that will make other K-pop fans not support the group. I said this already in so many videos, the countless posts of stay specifically, the amount of people that are like, I used to be a stay, but because of stays, I am no longer a stay and I'm no longer supporting Stray Kids. The amount of stays that have turned away other stays from supporting Stray Kids is insane. Unpopular opinions about concerts and companies. Specifically concerts, I also said this too, but there have, I think, like 2024 and 2025, the amount of K-pop concerts that have been happening is fucking insane. The staff and the groups don't know what their American audience wants to hear for real. And I know this because why are you playing the English version of these songs? It is literally collectively agreed upon by like almost all K-pop fans, which is like getting K-pop fans to agree on anything is crazy. So it is collectively agreed upon by like overwhelming majority of K-pop fans that the English versions of K-pop songs, like 90% of them, are ass, booty, butt cheek, butt flake, cornflake ass. Nobody wants to hear the English version of that shit. The amount of people that were like, when TXT started playing the English version of Cat and Dog, the amount of moas that were like, what the fuck? 10 being like, yes, I want to come on tour in America, which, oh my, please, 10, I know you're watching this. Please give me a fucking ticket. Please. And he was like, I'll do the English No. No one comes to K-pop to listen to English. It's Korean pop. We're expecting it to be in Korean, bro. Like, please. Once again, I said this in a TikTok, but there are literally I'll be nice, 10 songs that they've made English versions out of that are actually good. For real. Most of them are fucking NCT songs. But yeah, I feel like honestly too, there have been a bunch of concerts I've been to and a bunch of concerts I haven't been to, but I've heard the fans that have been there that have questioned the set list, that have been like, why are we not getting this? This is super popular here. Why are we getting this and not this? ateez, I saw them in 24 and 25. Why did they only do one song from Golden Hour Part 2 in 2024 when that was their most recent comeback, and they only did Work? And then now in 2025, when you're on a new comeback, Golden Hour Part 3, why are you just now doing a song from Golden Hour Part 2, more than one? There's a disconnect there. I feel like they don't know what the American audience wants to hear. And it kind of makes sense because they're not in America most of the time. They're in Korea. So it makes sense, you know? Anyway, K-pop fans are just a bunch of hypocrites. Well, yes. I don't know if you've ever heard this phrase before, but there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. I'll say that once again. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism. It'll be the people that shit on people for wearing clothes from Shein, but then they're wearing stuff from H&M or Forever 21. It's all fast fashion. It all costs cents to make, and then you're spending $100,000 on a bag. You say you care about climate change, but you are drinking from plastic cups every day and not recycling. And you say that you are a K-pop stan that cares about climate change, but then you're buying 8 fucking K-pop albums. In general, supporting the K-pop industry and knowing the shit that these K-pop idols are being put through, we only know a fraction of the shit that they are being put through. And still supporting the K-pop industry, we are hypocrites. Because I'm sitting here and saying XYZ, and I'm saying this stuff so people become more aware of it, and I'm calling people out, and not even people, I'm calling these companies out, so hopefully there is change. But I'm sitting here and knowing that these K-pop idols get treated like products, and I'm still tuning into music videos, still streaming. We're all a bunch of fucking hypocrites. Everyone is a hypocrite. Any fandom just honestly existing and like caring about things, you're still a hypocrite. For real. So there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. Hate to break it to you, buddy. How are so many people able to be multi-stans. I think this person and a lot of other people cannot wrap their heads around supporting multiple groups, standing multiple groups, because they treat being a K-pop stan like as a fucking job. No one has this energy when somebody's like, oh yeah, I listen to Ariana Grande and Beyonce and Tyler the Creator and Doechii and Little Sims. People are like, how are you able to support all of them and listen to them? Stop treating it like a job. Also, being a multi-stan is just a normal thing, by the way. But I don't treat being a K-pop fan like a job. I stan BTS, Stray Kids, ateez, 17, ZB1, NCT127, and Dream. I used to also stan P1 Harmony and LE SSERAFIM. That was before ZB1 and 17 were on the list. But I like legit stan, subscribe to, watch content consistently, listen to every day, a good amount of groups. And to some people, and I'm also like in the process of standing twice, XYZ or whatever. Like I listen to all groups, but those are the groups that I stan. If you're treating it like a job and you're like, okay, NCT Dream just uploaded and I have to watch every single video and I have to watch. These K-pop groups upload like 6 TikToks a day. If you treat this shit like a job and you feel like you have to watch everything in order to be a K-pop stan, which is not true at all, or in order to be a fan of the group you like, which is not true at all, you would be watching literally like fucking a minimum of 60 TikToks a day on top of the YouTube stuff that they upload, and then also listening to them every day. I don't treat this shit like a job. A lot. This is when it's not that deep, for real. This is in the case where it's not that deep. I'm not treating something like a job if I'm not getting paid. I don't have this undying, scary loyalty to these groups. Being a fan of someone is not watching every single thing that they've ever come out with and knowing their blood type and defending them from nothing. I look at K-pop as a fun thing that I'm into and I talk about, and the music is nice. Sometimes I keep up with the content. Like sometimes I'm up to date on every skiz code and everything that they're uploading, and post notifications are on, and I'm watching every fucking video. But sometimes I don't, and I just listen to them, or I don't listen to them for like a week. I'm still a fan. I don't treat this shit like a job because it's just fun. This is supposed to be fun. I think you guys are forgetting. I'm gonna go. But yeah, these videos are once a month. So, alright, I'm gonna go now. Bye.